Good early evening, everyone. Welcome to Abington Avon High School. The A-Town Tornadoes playing host to the West Prairie Cyclones in 7th grade junior high boys basketball. As you can see, 59-16, the score of the last game. A-Town got the win. We'll reset that. Here's the starters for West Prairie. We'll let you listen to them.
Number 2, Hulett Number 10, Mason Whitman. Number 12, Ivan Beck. Number 13, Jason Rogers. And number 20, Ezra Bithos. And now we have our feature A-Town Tornadoes. First, at guard, number 22, Paston Fields. The other guard, number 21, Grayson Quinn. At forward, number 12, Bethany Soroka. Sorry, I apologize. Number 15, Connor Zapp. Also starting, number 50, Deacon Anderson. And number 0, Aiden Collins.
So there are the starters as announced here. For A-Town, it's number 22, Paxton Fields, number 0, Aiden Collins, number 21, Grayson Quinn, number 15, Connor Zapp, and number 15, Deacon Anderson. For the West Prairie Cyclones, it's number 2, Holden Copeland, number 10, Mason Whitman, number 12, Ivan Beck, number 13, Kason Rogers, and number 20, Ethan Bithos. A lot of 7th graders played for the Cyclones in the 8th grade game, as the Cyclones have just 6 players on the 8th grade squad that are actually 8th graders, it would appear. As we get ready to go with quarter number 1 here from Abington, Illinois. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The pregame show was brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. And on that big screen, they get to see the first 2 points off the arm of Aiden Collins on a nice inlet pass. And he's got the Tornadoes on the board first, up 2-0. Down low, Whitman with it. He's going to be blocked, and do have a couple of officials in this game, had only one. Adam Morrow, go figure, it's Adam Morrow who was the late one getting here earlier. Foul on number 50, Deacon Anderson. He picks up his first, team's first. And down low, Holden Copeland gets his first bucket of the 7th grade game. We're tied at 2. Finishing where I was going with that. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. Cheer the area teams on to victory. Now a block's going to be called on number 20 of the Cyclones. That's Ezra Bithos. Bithos picks up a foul, his first, team's first. With the basketball out top, number 22 is Paxton Fields. Now it's going to be a 3 on the way by Deacon Anderson. It's off, no good. Rebound by the Cyclones, outloaded in a hurry. Down the other way, layup up and in. Bucket's good for Ivan Beck. Count it, and a foul. And we'll see who it's on here. Foul is on number 21, Grayson Quinn. It'll be his first, team second. Deacon Anderson and Quinn both have fouls now. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming here. Free throw is off the front iron, hits back iron, and falls through for Ivan Beck. He's got 3 points. And it's 5-2 Cyclones here in the 7th grade game. 8th grade game very lopsided, but as I said, a lot of 7th graders playing on the 8th grade team for the Cyclones. First shot was off, no good. Outlet it comes to Whitman. Whitman tries to leave it for Beck, but can't get halted in time. Turnover as the travel is called. Back the other way to go to the Tornadoes. Walking it across is Paxton Fields. He's picked up by Holden Copeland. Fields with it. Copeland still out there harassing him, and it's thrown, saved in barely, but Beck's going to get the steal. Back the other way it goes. Beck another layup, and it's good. Timeout on the floor. Charged to the Tornadoes. It's a 30-second timeout called by A-Town. We'll mark that on the sheet as well. Once again, this game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell, Macomb provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And MTC Communications, having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2023. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. 4:04 left here in quarter number 1. It is 7-2 Cyclones here in the 7th grade game. Played 8th grade game first, playing 7th grade game second. That's Deacon Anderson with it out top now on the dribble for the Tornadoes after the 30-second timeout. Paxton Fields had been out handling the basketball. He's went to a different spot on the floor. Looks like he's back up top now. He went to a wing. Now back out to Anderson it comes. Ivan Beck is on Anderson, and he's very close. Count it, and a foul. We'll see if they call it on Bithos. They're going to call it on Bithos. It'll be his second. Team second. Basket is good for Deacon Anderson. It's his first 2 points of the night. He'll have a free throw coming here. A chance to cut it to a 2-point game here. Back in the ball game, or in the ball game for the first time, is Aiden Lacey. Bithos is going to take a seat with 2 fouls. 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. Deacon Anderson misses the shot. Rebound by by Rogers. Comes corner 3. Ivan Beck off, no good. Wonder, is that Andy Beck's boy? Not real sure if it is or not. If it is, I could see why he's such a good shot. I remember covering him in high school back in the day when he went to Colchester. That ball passed out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cyclones with a little full court pressure now. A man press set up by the Tornadoes, and a baseball pass and a layup for Ivan Beck. He's got 7. And it's 9-2. Stepping on the sideline, out of bounds, was number 21, Grayson Quinn. Checking in for A-Town is going to be number 4, Tegan Condre. And number 12, Bentley Soroka. Still out on the floor, number 15, Connor Zapp for the Tornadoes, Deacon Anderson. And who's the other one still out there? Number 22, that's Paxton Fields, is still out there. That was a steal. And Zapp lost it to the Cyclones. Copeland might have got away with the travel. Throws up the 3. It might have been partially blocked. 2:28 remaining, and a steal back the other way. Count it. Good for Ivan Beck. He's got 9 here in quarter number 1. 11-4, Cyclones with the lead over the Tornadoes. Tornadoes won the 8th grade game 59-16. Now a foul is going to be called. It's will be on number 15 of the Cyclones. Gannon Shipman is going to pick up the foul, I do believe. It'll be his first, team's third. Bithos back in. Oh, nice little pass. Over it goes to Soroka. Soroka's going to try and find a way to get it up. He can't. It's blocked. On the defense was Aiden Lacey. Beck brings it up now. Right side, Copeland. Copeland's older brother has been having a season as a freshman for the varsity team for the Cyclones. And there is Aiden Lacey getting his first bucket of the night. And it's 13-4. Cyclones with the lead, 1:38 to go here in the first quarter. Fields is going to be fouled by Copeland. It'll be the first on Copeland. Team's third, make that fourth. So Tornadoes will be shooting free throws on every foul from here on out. A couple fouls coming for Paxton Fields from the free throw line. His team's down by 9, 13-4. It is Andy's son, I'm being told. Does not surprise me at all. First one is good for Fields. Deacon Anderson takes a seat. Checking in, number 14, Seth Morris. Soroka, Zapp, Fields. Number 4 is Condre, and number 14 is Morris on the floor for the Tornadoes. Second one is good as well. 2 for 2 from the free throw line was Paxton Fields. Cuts it to a 7-point game. And a foul is going to be called on the Tornadoes. I believe it's going to be on number 15. It is. Connor Zapp picks up his first, team's third. Lennis, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Anybody watching, hop in there in live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Both teams that goes for, as both teams will be able to go back and watch this, and the kids can see if grandma and grandpa or uncle and aunt and so on were here watching. There's a shot off, no good, but the rebound put back up by Lacey off, no good. That rebound's put back up and in by number 13, Kaysen Rogers. It's 15-6 now. Paxton Fields looked at the three, didn't take it. And a layup. Nice take for Paxton Fields. He's got 4 now of his team's 8. Talking about Andy, watching him play in basketball in high school when it was Colchester. I'm going to call a carry on Ivan Beck right there. But Andy could drain some threes back in the day. He was a good shooter, good ball player for Colchester. Back in what must have been mid-90s. Here's Deacon Anderson back in the game with the basketball. 8 seconds left in quarter number 1. Paxton Fields, who's had a good last half of the quarter here, had a chance to take it 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Going to have to put a shot up. He gets it off. Count it. It's good. The bucket good for Seth Morris. And a good finish to the quarter. 15-8, 15-10. That's what I thought. It's a 5-point lead for the Cyclones at the end of one quarter of play. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to A-Town High School in Abington, Illinois, as it's 7th grade junior high basketball here. About said 7th grade high school basketball. That's kind of a impossibility. Hey, Sarah Williams, thanks for joining us. She says, go Cyclones. 6 minutes on the clock, second quarter starting right now here at A-Town High School. The middle school gym, I understand, is under some sort of, I don't know if it's under construction or whatever. It's not going to be available for a month or so, I was told, so they're playing their games over here. A little bit longer gym floor in high school. It's about 10 feet longer. They're going to start counting. Adam Morrow says, I'm done waiting. I've been handing the ball here. Nobody came to get it. Morris is going to push it up the other side, though. He ended the quarter of 1 with a bucket at the buzzer to cut the lead to 5. Cyclones led by as many as 9 in the quarter. Paxton Fields puts up the triple. It's off, no good. Rebound for number 21, Case Ko, and back the other way it goes on the hand of Copeland. And nobody cuts him off. He goes to rack, leaves it long. Rebound and a putback. What a job by Aiden Lacey. He's got 4 points on the night. And it's back to a 7-point lead. Is it snowing yet? How about down in West Prairie areas? Colchester, South, maybe Blandonsville. Is it snowing down there? And a timeout's going to be called, full timeout, and Coach Pierce is less than impressed with how this game's going so far for the Cyclones. It's 17-10, or I should say for the Tornadoes, as we've got Cyclones and Tornadoes. I guess one's in the northern hemisphere and one's in the southern, right? Isn't that how that works? I think. Somebody correct me on that. Linus says it is snowing down south, so we'll be running into some snow on the way home. But they're going to get this game in. 5:01 to go here in the second quarter. 17-10. Cyclones with the lead. This game being brought to you in part by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. If you're into the driving with the wheel and the gas pedal, I stopped in. John Burton, of course, works there and helps me a bunch. And has helped me since pretty much the start of this deal with TSSR Game Time Live. And he was moving some of those pedals and steering wheels around. So if you want to get into that kind of thing, if any of my racing friends are looking for a place to pick you up a quick set, maybe a little cheaper than brand new to test it out, that'd be a great place to do it. John verifies everything because he said he has to test everything. So if it's on the shelf, it works. So go into Pond Plus and get you some good deals on video games and items of that nature if you're into that kind of thing. That ball was knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be still with the Tornadoes, well, until Copeland stole it away, and then he accidentally got tripped. Foul's going to be called on Seth Morris, I do believe. His team's first of the quarter, and that was just a pure accident. He didn't mean to. His feet got tangled up. 4:34 remaining in the first half. There's Cahoe with it. Looking for Copeland up top. Finally does get it there. Things have settled down a little bit for both teams. Copeland's going to draw. Oh, a little Euro step, and he gets it to fall. Holden Copeland, he's got 4. And it's 19-10. And that ball's thrown away. Deacon Anderson and Paxton Fields and number 12, Bentley Soroka, having conversations about what the problem is with the basketball. 4:02 to go in the first half. It's 19-10. Some subs have come in. Zapp is back in. Soroka leaves. Fields is on the floor. Also number 21, Grayson Quinn, is back in. Anderson is there. And also number 0, Aiden Collins. So that's pretty much the starters on the floor now for A-Town. Beck gives it off to Copeland. Copeland fakes using he drives right into a double team, gets it stolen away. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball. It'll go to the Tornadoes as the Cyclones got the ball to start the second quarter. 3:40 to go in the first half. 19-10, back to the largest lead of the game. They've led by 9 a couple times, have the Cyclones, and Lacey steals it away. Picked up by Bithos. Now it's going to be Copeland with it. Copeland's going to drive through about 3 players, loads it up, but can't get it to fall. Out to Beck. Beck from about 14 feet. His jumper's off, no good. Tipped around. Bithos comes down with it hard off the glass and in. The bucket is good for Ezra Bithos. And the largest lead of the game is 11, 21-10 for the Cyclones. Fields has it, goes down low, just like the opening play of the game. Fields goes right to number 0, Aiden Collins. He gets his 4th point. It's back to a 9-point game. Beck with it on the right wing, 2:48 remaining. There's Kason Rogers, and he loses it. It's going to be picked up by Fields. Deacon Anderson pushes up the right side now. And he's going to travel with it. I think he wanted to go to Grayson Quinn. Anderson's going to come out. Checking back in is going to be number 4, Tegan Condre. Beck brings it up for the Cyclones. 2:25 remaining here in the court. Oh, a little pick and roll. What a move by Kason Rogers. He can't finish. Beck goes up to get it. His turnaround fadeaway hard off the front iron, no good. Picked up and back the other way it goes by Condre. Condre puts the layup off, no good. Rebound rolls around, picked up by Rogers to Copeland. Copeland had Beck down low. He throws it late, gets it down there. Beck has had to throw it up at the rim. Rogers is there, and Rogers is going to be fouled on the offensive rebound and the putback attempt. 2 free throws, I believe, coming for Kason Rogers. Foul is going to be on number 4, Tegan Condre. His first, team's second of the quarter. A couple free throws coming for Kason Rogers. He's got 2 points. First one is, man, that was all the way in almost and came back out off no good. Deacon Anderson comes back in. Paxton Fields takes a seat for the first time tonight, I do believe. Second one, man, that thing was in and out as well. And then Bithos gets the rebound, and Condre is going to pick up another foul, his second, team's third. Bithos is going to be at the free throw line. Ezra Bithos has 2. He's short on that one. He was 2 for 4 from the free throw line in the 8th grade game. 0 for 1 here in the 7th grade game. Second one hard off the glass, no good, and it's going to fall into the hands. No, Quinn had it. Copeland gets it after Beck stepped it away, and then Copeland's going to get the bucket. Copeland's got 6. And after all that time down there, it's 23-12, back to an 11-point lead. The ball was down there a long time. Not a lot of time ran off the clock, but it was down there a long time. Deacon Anderson finally gets it to Quinn. Grayson Quinn on the dribble. Bithos guarding him. 1:33 remaining. Deacon Anderson now picked up by Copeland. Shot put up by Zapp, off no good. And I believe a foul is going to be called. It is on Aiden Lacey. His first, team's first of the second quarter. Looks like Bentley Soroka getting ready to check back in for the Tornadoes. 1:22 left on the game clock in the first half. Zapp's first free throw, no good. Soroka and Paxton Fields both back into the game. Collins leaves. Let's see who the other player was that left. Second free throw off, no good as well. Corner three, Fields, long, rebound Copeland. Copeland crossover, puts the shot up. And a lot of fouls being called here in this one. That's going to be, I think, on Quinn. It is Grayson Quinn, number 21, his second. Team's fourth. Free throw good by Copeland. He's got 7. Largest lead of the game at 12. Working to extend it to 13 here if he can make the second free throw. He does. That's nothing but the bottom of the proverbial net. He's got 8, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line. It's 25-12, 1:04 to go here in the first half. Fields with it. Stolen away by, who is that? It's Rogers on it. He hesitates, puts the shot up, off the glass, no good. Fields back to take it off the defensive glass, and he pushes it back the other way. He's got a good ball handling move to the left. Man, you cannot let him have his left hand, and he uses it again. He's got 6 and cuts the lead back to 25-14. Back to 11, I should say, at 25-14. Copeland now is going to drive. They push him to the baseline. He gets a little too far behind the basket, can't get it to fall. Fields pushes it back. He has it knocked away again, knocked away a third time, and finally they're going to call Copeland for a reach, I do believe. We'll see who they call it on. It is on Holden Copeland, his second foul. Team foul number 2. 18.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. 11-point lead for the Cyclones, 25-14. And the inbound pass stolen away. Aiden Lacey's played a good game. He's got 4 points. Several rebounds. And backing out, 8 seconds left. Beck with it, back to Copeland, 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not going to get it off. No good if it would have went. At the end of the first half of play, it's 25-14. West Prairie leads the A-Town Tornadoes in the 7th grade contest. We'll take a break. We'll be back after a word from McDonough District Hospital as we work through halftime here in the 7th grade game. It is the second game of the night. It's 25-14.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR
Welcome
Game
once again
Time
as we're
Live.
happy
Happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH. And today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here.
Right.
But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
Sure.
tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You have kids?
Yep. Married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do you
right?
know where that is?
I do. I know where it's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that
there
you're
was-
old.
there
That
was-
isn't what I meant there.
There
Bill.
was one. There was an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga,
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova,
Correct.
but Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you
that-
graduated from Rova.
That's right. Because
That's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rovo, NIDA area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of that very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
right?
But you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
right.
It's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever?
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. And if we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payrolls.
Right.
Struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
Yep. You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had two questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me.
Okay.
So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose it. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, it's MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with the second half right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to A-Town High School in Abington, Illinois. 7th grade boys basketball on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Alyssa Evans is alongside on the camera tonight. It's game being brought to you by Wrighton Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Wrighton Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in the area, and as a customer, they will take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. And Country Financial agent Brett Powell, your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local Country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Second half action. Cyclones going left to right on your TV screen. We'll have the basketball first as we are ready to go with the third quarter. It is underway. 2 6-minute quarters remain. 25-14 the score. 11-point lead for the Cyclones as we start the second half. Much more methodical and spacing after the halftime, as that pass, though, tipped away. Paxton Fields goes back the other way for the Tornadoes, and he gets his 8th point. And it's back to single digits. The lead for the Cyclones. Copeland with it. Rogers switch across to Whitman. Back to Whitman. 5:15 remaining, third quarter. Beck up top, Bithos. Over to Rogers on the left side. Beck. 5 minutes remaining. Bithos puts up the pull-up jumper from about 10 feet. He gets it to fall. Ezra Bithos. gets his 4th point. Paxton Fields has got 10 after the made bucket. Down to Whitman. Nice pass. Can't finish. Rebound. Beck. Hits turnaround baseline. Good for Ivan Beck. He's got 11 points to lead all scorers. Ball's tipped away by Beck. He couldn't save it. Stepped on the baseline. 4:26 left here in the third quarter. 29-18 is the score. Fields tries to get it in. Deacon Anderson has it knocked out of bounds by Ivan Beck. Sub coming in, going to be Seth Morris, number 14. He'll replace Deacon Anderson for the Tornadoes. Paxton Fields will be inbounding for A-Town. Ball inbounded to Zapp. He finally saves it after it was tipped away. It goes to Grayson Quinn, I do believe that is over there. It is. The ball's tipped away by Copeland. Copeland back the other way. He's going to be fouled. He'll have 2 free throws coming. They're going to give it to Zapp. Connor Zapp's going to pick up the foul. His second, team's first. A couple free throws coming for Holden Copeland. He's 2 for 2 here in the 7th grade game. He was 1 for 2 in the 8th grade game earlier tonight, or this afternoon, really. That game started at 4 o'clock. This one got underway shortly after 5. Copeland's first free throw, he left it short. He still has 8 points on 2 of 3 free throw shooting and 3 other buckets. Deacon Anderson back in. Seth Morris takes a seat. That one is good for Copeland. He's got 9. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Anderson gets it in finally to Zapp, and the clock is not running. There it goes, 4:10. Zapp, turnaround jumper. Get it to fall for Connor Zapp. He's got 2 points. That's a nice look at the basket for Connor Zapp. I'll let Bithos with it. Man, Beck was wide open, and he threw it too late. Grayson Quinn comes through and takes it away with 3:49 remaining. It's a 10-point game, 30-20. Forgot to put the point up for Copeland. If you've been watching West Prairie games and scores around the area, Braden Copeland is Holden Copeland's older brother. He's been having a great season as a freshman for the varsity team for the Cyclones. Deacon Anderson gets a rebound. He puts it up off the glass, can't finish. Copeland back the other way with 3:18 remaining. Foul's going to be called on number 15, Connor Zapp, his third. Team's third. Team's second, excuse me. Ball inbounded to Copeland. 3 on the way. Good. Off the rim, off the backboard, and then back in. Holden Copeland's got a triple. He's got a game-high 12 points now. Ball tipped away. Grayson Quinn with it. 2:52. He drives, throws one up. Zapp goes for the rebound up over the top of Bithos. Can't get it to fall on the putback. Tipped around. Outletted Whitman now is going to have a good look at the layup. But Quinn's coming down in a hurry. He's going to foul him. And it's going to be Mason Whitman at the free throw line shooting a couple with 2:39 remaining. As Grayson Quinn did not give up on the play. He hustled down after him. He's going to pick up the foul, unofficially his third. Team third. Mason Whitman at the free throw line shooting 2. He's not scored yet tonight. Played in the 8th grade game as well. Did not score in that one. That one's off left. Sub coming in is going to be Bentley Soroka. Bentley Morris checking back in, number 14 as well. Zapp, not surprisingly, takes a seat, as does Fields. Whitman's second free throw coming now. High arching shot, no good. And yep, that's going to be a foul on number 13, Kaysen Rogers. It'll be his first. Team's first. Subs coming in. Gannon Shipman is in. Whitman goes out. Bistos goes out. Also in on the far side is Aiden Lacey, I do believe. Seth Morris, it is Lacey over there. He's going to drive, lose it off his foot out of bounds. It'll go to the Cyclones, who have found themselves up by 13 now. I do believe that's the largest lead of the game. 2:28 remaining here in the third quarter. The outlet to Copeland. Copeland, Soroka. Now Lacey on a pass from Copeland. Little delayed. He got it up off the rim. Copeland gets a rebound. 2:20 to go. Copeland's shot is up and in. Copeland's got 14. Full timeout charged to the Tornadoes. It's a full timeout. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to A-Town High School in Abington, Illinois, Abington-Avon High School. If you really want to know the two towns, the basic two towns that have come together to make this co-op. Of course, they attempted a co-op with BPC back in the day. The two schools, Abington-Avon, passed it. BPC did not. So the co-op went through for those two schools, much like West Prairie came about because it was Colchester, Northwestern, and La Harpe. La Harpe didn't pass it. Colchester and Northwestern did. So that's how West Prairie came about. La Harpe eventually passed a co-op with Dallas City, Carthage, and La Harpe. For anybody who wanted a history lesson there, I don't know why that came about. But anyway, that's it. That's how it's all worked out. That's where we're at right now. A whole bunch of co-op schools. BPC co-opted years ago with Bushnell-Prairie City, but have not co-opted since the 50s, I believe, is when that co-op happened. So Fields is going to throw that off of Aiden Lacey. It'll stay with the Tornadoes with 1:59 remaining in the third quarter. Fields can't get it to fall. He's going to strip it away. He's going to be called for the foul, I do believe. It is on Paxton Fields, his first. The fourth team foul. The Cyclones will be in a bonus the rest of the way. Kaysen Rogers sets down. Bithos back in. Outlet to Ivan Beck. He's going to throw it up, and he's going to be fouled. He wanted to get it across to Lacey, I think. Foul number 15. Connor Zepp, his fourth foul. Team's fifth. That's 5 fouls. That means they should be shooting free throws, right? 5 fouls. And Ivan Beck should be shooting the free throws with 1:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Cyclones up by 15, 35-20. Couple free throws coming for Beck. He's got 11 points. 2 Cyclones in double figures now, as Copeland is charged into 14 points as a game high. First one's good for Beck. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Aiden Collins and Deacon Anderson back in. Zapp and number 4, Tegan Condre, come out. Beck's second free throw is off, no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Soroka for A-Town. Morris has it. He drives to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled by Gannon Shipman. It'll be his second foul. Team's second of the quarter. 1:42 remaining in the third quarter. First free throw off, no good for Seth Morris. In for West Prairie, Hudson Riebling. Second one is good for Seth Morris. He's got 3 points now. Riebling up and in. Hudson Riebling's got his first two of the night. .118 remaining in the third quarter. Paxton Fields loses it temporarily. Copeland's going to pick him up, picks up his dribble. Gets it to Morris. 1:07 remaining. Fields with it. 58 seconds left. .52, long two on the way. That was off the hand of Tegan Condre. Copeland with it now. 42 seconds. We'll see if they try to hold for one shot. Oh, down low, Aiden Lacey on a great pass from Copeland. The assist to Copeland. Lacey's got 6 points. It's 40-21, 19-point lead. 20 seconds remain. And it goes to Collins. Collins throws one up. It rattles around and falls through. Aiden Collins has 6 points on the night. Made that one happen himself. First two were nice passes from Paxton Fields on the inlet pass to the post. Copeland for three. It's off, no good. Paxton Fields would have had to rebound if he'd have held on to it. He did not, so that's how quarter number 4 comes to an end. 40-23. The Cyclones lead by 17. We'll head to the fourth quarter when action starts back up. This game being brought to you by the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief. They have 2 editions weekly. You can mail them directly to your home, or you can pick them up at any of numerous area locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and of course Macomb. It is 40-23 here at the end of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. Cyclones lead on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School. As it is 40-23 as we head to the final 6 minutes of this one. The 8th grade game went to the A-Town Tornadoes 59-16. But it has been all Cyclones here in the 7th grade game, as the Cyclones led by 5 at the end of the first quarter and have led by double digits for most of the second half. It did get down to 9, I believe, at one point. There's a shot, was off, no good. And the Cyclones going to walk it up the floor now as Holden Copeland on the dribble. Drops it off to Ivan Beck. 5:30 remaining in the basketball game. Very deliberate offensively here in the second half in comparison to what they did in the second, or in the first half, I should say, for the Cyclones. Down low, it's Bithos. Bithos puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Rebound picked up by Riebling. Riebling now is going to give it off to Copeland, and they'll reset the offense. 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. Beck's going to loft up a triple. It's good. Sports Corner 3 for Ivan Beck. Chip off the proverbial old block right there as he gets that one to fall. It's back to a 20-point lead, 43-23. .440 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Paxton Fields can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cyclones. Ivan Beck with it. Going to give it to Copeland. 4:30 remaining. Maybe 270 seconds, right? Is that how math works? I think so. Bithos tied up, jump ball. Possession will go to A-Town. Nope. Apparently it'll stay with the Cyclones. The Cyclones had the ball to start the quarter. I must have missed a jump ball. Soroka comes out. Condre comes back in. Into Copeland. On the inbounds play, it's good. Assist for Riebling. Copeland's up to 16. Traveling called on Grayson Quinn. Sub coming in for the Cyclones, number 40, Brant Starbuck coming in. Coming out is Kason Rogers with 4:07 left. 22-point lead for the Cyclones. Copeland going to loft up a triple. It's off, no good. Starbuck had a hand on it, couldn't bring it in. Goes back the other way on the hand of Condre. Now Grayson Quinn hits the triple. His first three of the night. Down to 19 points, 3:37 remaining. Ivan Beck, left side to Riebling, back to Beck. 3:30 left in the basketball game. No shot clock or anything, folks, so they can take as much time as they'd like. Riebling with it. Back to Copeland. Nice pick by Starbuck, but he rolled the wrong way off of it. And Condre is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his third. Taking Condre picks up the foul. His third, team's first of the quarter. Copeland at the free throw line. He is 3 for 4 from the charity stripe here in the 7th grade game. Hits the first. He's got 17 points. And is going to be Cameron Fowler, number 43 for the Tornadoes, with 3:09 left in the basketball game. Second one's off, no good. Ball thrown off of one of the Tornadoes players. It'll stay with the Cyclones. As Copeland's going to take a seat. He'll finish with 17 points on the night. 3:07 left, inbounding. It gets into number 21, Chase Ko. Ivan Beck is still out there. Bistos is still out there. Starbuck, Riebling, and Ko. On the floor for the Tornadoes. There's Starbuck, turnaround, nice look, couldn't get it to finish. There's Zapp pushing it back. Quinn is out there as well. Condre is out there. Also out there, number 43. That is Cameron Fowler, who just came in again. And Fields is out there, but he's going to leave, and replace him is Seth Morris for the Tornadoes. 2:45 remaining. There's Riebling on the roll. It's going to dump it back out. Beck, top of the key, three. Good. Give him 18 on the night for Ivan Beck. Subs coming in. All new subs in is number 30, Kent Hendricks. Number 43 back in, Cameron Fowler. Number 32 is Connor Patch. Number 25 is Peyton Jones. And a travel called on Kent Hendricks. It's Cannon Shipman. And then Riebling gets the bucket. He's got 4. It's 51-26, and an inline violation on the inbound into Gannon Shipman, who gets his first 2. Well, I got Tyson Carnes. I've got Gannon Shipman. Somebody help me out with who that is. Is that 32 or is Tyson wearing 15 tonight, folks? Could somebody in the live chat tell me that? That was a pass stolen away. 90 seconds remain. 90 seconds remain in this one. 53-26. Foul's going to be called on the Tornadoes. Not sure they missed who that was on. There's Whitman with it. Now Riebling. Riebling pull-up jumper. Good for Hudson Riebling. He's got 6. That's 55-26. Nearly a 30-point game. And they're going to call a block. Riebling gets called for the block. It's his first. Team's first of the quarter. 1:03 remains here in the fourth quarter. All that's left to figure out is what the final score is going to be. And a travel is going to be called. Well, I apologize, Tyson Carnes. Tyson Carnes has 2 points. He's wearing number 15. Thank you. A little floater by Whitman left short. Rebound by number 32, Connor Patch. 40 seconds remain. On the dribble is number 30, Kent Hendricks. His shot's off, no good. Ball on the ground, picked up by Riebling. He's going to outlet it to Whitman. I think he does. Down the court it goes. Whitman spins, travels. 25 seconds on the dot. 2:5.0 on the clock here. As we are nearing the end of this fourth quarter of play. And a travel called on Kent Hendricks. 14 seconds. Now that's the odds of 2 times in a row, the clock stopping exactly on a complete second. It was 14.0 seconds that time. We're down to 8, 7, 6, and this one's going to be pretty much over. I don't think they'll shoot the ball again. 2, 1, and that'll do it. Final score, 55-26. The Cyclones get the 7th grade win here tonight after a 59-16 win for the 8th grade A-Town Tornadoes. It's a 55-26 win for the 7th grade West Prairie Cyclones. Tell you some leading scores. First for A-Town, 10 points for Paxton Fields. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Aiden Collins had 6 points, 3 points for Grayson Quinn, 3 points for Seth Morris. He was 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and 2 points for Connor Zapp, who was 0 of 2 from the free throw line, and 2 points for Deacon Anderson. And that's how the scoring adds up for the Tornadoes. For the West Prairie Cyclones, a game-high 18 points for Ivan Beck, 17 points on 4 of 6 free throw shooting, and a 3, I do believe, maybe mixed in there as well, for Holden Copeland. 6 points for Aiden Lacey, 6 points for Hudson Riebling, 2 points and 0 of 1 free throw shooting for Kason Rogers. 4 points, 0 of 1 for Ezra Bithos, 2 points for Tyson Carnes. And Starbuck did not score in this one. He was 1 for 3 from the free throw line in the 8th grade game. Bithos was 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. Kason Rogers was 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. Ivan Beck was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And as I said, 4 for 6 from the free throw line for Holden Copeland. That's the scoring in this one. Final score, 55-26. the Cyclones get the 7th grade win. Thanks for joining us tonight here from A-Town High School as the two teams split. The 8th graders game goes to the A-Town Tornadoes. 7th grade goes to the West Prairie Cyclones. Be safe out there, folks, on your way home tonight, and be safe tomorrow. We have the Lincoln Trail Conference Girls Conference Tournament coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, if all things go as planned. And then we'll have 4 days of it next week as well. So make sure you watch the Lincoln Trail Conference here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. So for Alyssa, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again very soon.